Well, our co-main event on Saturday evening is not a fight to be overlooked. We've got a serious fight on our hands, okay? And it's all for this Central Area title, the Central Area Super Middleweight title, between Dexter Makaza from Liverpool, Ryszard Lewicki from Manchester by way of Poland, and everyone is talking about this fight. In fact, before I come to Dexter, I'm going to tell you, this is a Black Flash promotion show, live and exclusive on Loungers TV, okay? And it's all coming your way from Bowlers. Let me start off and bring Dexter in. Dexter, you're from Liverpool, you're coming over to Manchester. You know, it's kind of his territory. How do you feel about that?
That's familiar territory for me. I like having everything stacked against me. I like going into enemy territory, and that brings the most fights out of me. So, yeah, it's familiar to me.
Why do you like enemy territory?
Just gives me that little edge, that little chip on my shoulder. So, and that's how I've always operated. Like, when things are in my favour, obviously you get a good version of me, but you get the best version of me when I feel like I've got something to prove.
Okay, all right. Well, look, this man is unbeaten, Riz, but he hasn't yet fought the calibre of opposition of yourself. Okay, do you think that? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that that gives you an edge in this fight?
That's exactly why he's undefeated. He hasn't boxed me. That changes on Saturday night.
Have you boxed me?
Box better than you.
You box better than me? Okay, you'll see on Saturday. Keep that same energy on Saturday.
I'm happy about it. I'm happy about the opportunity. Black Flash has created this opportunity. You've created this opportunity by turning up. All I got to do is come on Saturday night and perform. It'll be an amazing fight. I know it will. I know you're undefeated. I know you're skilled. But what I bring to the table, you've never seen before. I've boxed my whole life. I've seen you. I know what you bring to the table.
I thought you said you haven't seen me before. I thought you said you haven't watched me.
I've never watched you. So I'm saying I've seen fighters like you.
You see fighters like me. Okay, keep that same energy on Saturday.
Right, so Riz, you know, he's obviously focused on this fight, so are you. And that means I can already tell it's going to gel into being a bit of an exciting one to watch this. What style-wise and what, you know, just talking about boxing, pure boxing skills, makes you believe you've got the edge?
Well, that's an amazing question. Every time I fight, I bring a different style, something different to the table. So he can watch my fights, he can analyse them, look for mistakes. It's not going to be the same on Saturday night. I know what we're bringing to the table. Pat knows we've been working on it every single day, but it's not something he's ever seen before. Watching any of my footage, and I appreciate obviously the opportunity, but 10 rounds, it's just going to be a great war for both of us, and I think it will be an amazing fight in the end.
Dexter, he says he hasn't watched you, but have you watched him? Have you been analysing his styles? Have you been picking holes in his styles?
I don't really watch fighters, if I'm being honest. Seen a little bit of him, enough to know what I'm dealing with, but like he said before, whether he's telling the truth or not, I highly doubt it, but like he said before, on fight night, he might turn up with something different to what you would have seen on footage and whatnot, so I don't pay too much attention to that. I'll see a little bit, and then I'm very versatile. I can do a lot of things in the ring, and my mind works at such a fast pace, and it's got such a wide array of things that I can pick from, that I will figure out what to do when we get in there.
And what have you been working on? I mean, I know you're not going to give game plan away, but what have you been sort of working on specifically for him in this particular camp?
Tune in Saturday and see.
No, we're going to be tuning into this one, trust me. Riz, this belt, you know, it's got a lot of steeped in history, this belt. You know, what does this mean to you, and to get some silverware? Or do you see this as just, is this irrelevant to you, or is this a big factor to you?
Do you know, if anybody tunes into my social media, you'll find posts where you see all my trophies. I've got about 150 of them from my entire career, and this will be an amazing addition to it. But at the end of the day, records are for DJs and belts are for holding up trousers. I'm bothered about fighting Dexter. That will be lovely on Sunday morning, but right now I'm focused fully on him.
And you said earlier on stage that you're not too, you know, obviously the belt's there, but you're not solely focused on that. It's just you're focused on this man on Saturday.
Just what I've got to do on Saturday, that's my focus. What I've got to go through, if I've got to go to hell and back, that's what I'm willing to do, and that's what I'm prepared to do, and that's my focus. That's an afterthought. It's nice, it looks nice, but it's irrelevant if I don't get the win. So him, going through him, that's my focus.
What do you make of his demeanour today then? Very confident. He's basically suggesting that he's on basically a different level to you. What do you make of that?
He can say what he wants. He's supposed to say everything that he said, and I'd expect no different. But he's on a different level to me. He must be on something if he thinks that, and you'll see on Saturday. Pat knows very well what I bring to the table, and I'm sure Pat's been in his head telling him exactly what I'm going to bring. So he can come with all that chat. It's all just gas. It's gassed if he thinks if he believes what he's saying, because his coach will tell you. I'm no joke.
I'm not like every other fighter where I'm going to sit here and pretend I'm not nervous or I ain't scared. I'm scared, but I'll go to hell and fight my heart out, and I'll beat you.
Okay, and I'll meet you in hell, bro. So we'll see what go on then. Your coach knows what I'm about, and he'll tell you first what I'm about.
Of course he does. Of course he does. But he's not going to fight for me.
Listen,
it's all about me and you.
Your gym knows what I'm about. You can ask Now what I'm about. You can ask Lyndon what I'm about. They'll all tell you, I am no joke. I'm the real deal, and you're going to see on Saturday.
I wouldn't fight you if you were a joke. Okay. Wouldn't fight you if you were a joke. I don't want jokes on my record, right? I've said before, I've been fighting my whole life. I want to fight real fights, real fighters.
And you get one on Saturday?
And I'll beat one.
I'll tell you something, guys. Listen, I'll tell you if you haven't seen either of these, but they're both the real deal, right? They are no jokes, right? And that's why this fight is going to be seriously good. You've got to tune into this, okay? You've got to tune in. Look, guys, tonight.
You don't know what you got to expect, because what I bring, I've got so much to pick from. So turn up Saturday and you'll see what I go on then.
Riz, final message to Dexter?
I appreciate that. Just come Saturday night. That's all I'm asking for. Just turn up in the ring.
Two good, honest professionals. They're going in there and they're putting it all on the line for this belt, the Central Area title, and it's not going to disappoint, I guarantee you. We're going to do a face-off overseen by promoter Pat Barrett. Guys, make sure you get down to Bowlers. We're kicking off at 6 p.m. on Saturday night. If you can't make it, join us on Loungers TV, because, guys, you don't get shows like this all the time. This is going to be brilliant. Thank you, gentlemen. Can we get a handshake?
Of course, no problem.
Perfect. Thanks, gentlemen. Cheers for that.
Thanks.
Nice one.